Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Thomas of Woodstock and we get to hear from Green today in Act 4, Scene 1. Green being one of the king's flatterers. And in this particular scene, we've been hanging out with the flatterers who have a plan to divide the kingdom amongst themselves so that they can farm it, by which they mean collect on these blank charters. And then they're going to hold on to a certain portion of the money and then give the rest of it to the king. So they're skimming off the top in this whole blank charter plan. And the other flatterers were hanging out, chatting about this. Green has been hanging out with the king. But the other flatterers are like, you know, this was so close to happening, but King Richard is upset because Thomas wouldn't come back to court. Otherwise, he would have signed these papers already for us to basically divide the kingdom amongst ourselves. But then Green comes in with King Richard, who is visibly upset that Thomas wouldn't come back. And he says that he is almost of a mind to execute Thomas of Woodstock, but he can't because he knows that Thomas is still popular amongst the people and they would revolt if they knew that he was doing anything to him. So Tressilian is like, well, I have an idea. Let's have a bunch of actors show up in masks and they're going to put on a play for him that was sent to him as a gift by one of his friends or whatever. But then once pretty much the rest of the audience has left, they will grab Woodstock, put a mask on him and sneak him out, and nobody's going to be any the wiser. And Richard is like, but people will hear him yelling and screaming as he's being taken out of the house. And Tressilian's like, yeah, but that's why they have drums. Like, why not just bang the drums and then nobody will even be able to hear him scream? And Green adds on saying, good in faith, and to help it, my lord, Lepoole, the governor of Calais, is new come over, who, with a troop of soldiers closely ambushed in the woods near the house, shall shroud themselves till the mask be ended. Then, the Duke being attached, he shall be there ready to receive him. Hurry him away to the Thames side, where a ship shall be laid ready for his coming. So clap him under hatches, hoist sails, and secretly convey him out of the realm to Calais. And so, by this means, ye shall prevent all mischief, for neither of your uncles nor any of the kingdom shall know what's become of him. So this is just the completion of the kidnapping plot. It's not enough to just get Thomas out of Plashy. Once he's out, Lepoole, who is the governor of Calais, will be there with a whole bunch of official-looking guys, whatever. They're going to be like hiding in the dark. And as soon as Woodstock is out of the house, they will grab him and cuff him and put him on a ship and sail him off to France. And nobody's going to be any the wiser of this. All of a sudden, just the kingdom will know that Woodstock isn't there, but King Richard will be blameless for it. Woodstock will have just disappeared and nobody will be able to say anything different. And King Richard can still, claim ignorance of the whole thing. So of course, King Richard is going to have some thoughts about this plan that he will share in a monologue tomorrow. I'll see you then.